What's up everybody, NonPawn here, and I have not made a Genshin Impact video in almost 4 years. As a matter of fact, my last Genshin Impact video was testing the Royal Longsword, and I'm gonna be honest, that was so long ago, I don't even remember what I was testing. But I figure I should come back and rise from the ashes since we have new information about Genshin Impact, and I'm sure all my very loyal Genshin Impact viewers have patiently been awaiting my return. If you guys don't know, Hoyovere is actually giving us decent rewards for once. Usually I'm used to them spitting in my mouth, but today we were told that we're getting something at least halfway decent. And what I mean by that is that we are receiving a 5-star character selector from the standard wish. You all should be very familiar with these standard characters because they pop up every time you lose your 50-50. And Hoyovere knows how much you love losing your 50-50, so we actually get one of them for free, and we get to pick which one we get this time. Now you see, as Genshin Impact players, we are not really trusted with this much responsibility. Usually character selectors are something that is very common in other gacha games, and this is the first time we've ever had this much responsibility before. So I feel like as someone who has played Genshin Impact a lot and successfully uninstalled it from my computer, I feel like I have a lot of credibility when it comes down to making decisions, and I want to inform other Genshin Impact players about the weight of their choices and how you should ultimately pick Qiqi as your free standard character. Now, some people may not understand the value Qiqi can bring to your account, but as someone who has only seen memes of Genshin Impact on their timeline and it will never end, let me explain to you why you should pick Qiqi. Now, as you see, as someone who has successfully not booted up Genshin Impact for many years, I am still well informed of when new characters are released in the game. And every time a new character is released in Genshin Impact, the Qiqi memes will always follow. Qiqi memes are very original jokes, and they always appear when someone loses their 50-50. So much to a point people will Photoshop Qiqi's head onto the body of a new character and say that their new character looks a bit funny. These kind of jokes never get old, and people always eat them up because Qiqi appears everywhere. But regardless of that happening, I still believe that Qiqi is actually the #1 pick for your selector. And the reason for that is because it is the only way to make the bleeding stop. There really is no hope in hoping that you get Diluc, Jean, or even Mona, because Qiqi will always be there haunting your dreams and ruining your 50-50. However, Qiqi does have the privilege of having one of the most powerful constellations in the game. You see, if you pull enough Qiqis, you will eventually get her over to Constellation 6. This is her max amount of constellations, just like any character, but this one is a bit special. You see, once you are at Constellation 6 on your Qiqi, if you ever happen to pull another Qiqi, you instead get something called Qiqi Spray, where Qiqi can no longer taint your account. She will actually go away, and instead you will be rewarded with more pools that you can instead exchange for the limited time characters. This means that once you have successfully maxed out your Qiqi, it is a passive income of standard wishes that you can use for your limited time banners. As far as I know, Qiqi is the only character that is capable of giving you a passive income of pools like this. Because she appears literally on everybody's account, you might as well get her maxed out so that way you can stop pulling her and eventually pull other characters instead. I wanted to provide Qiqi gameplay throughout this video, however, because I do not have the game installed anymore, I cannot provide that. And the reason why I do not have the game installed anymore is because when I created content for Genshin Impact, I became too successful and I wanted a harder challenge by making content for smaller games. Another reason why I'm worried about playing Genshin Impact again is simply because it's too much to bear that all the chests will respawn for me. I spent a lot of time playing Genshin Impact with Qiqi, and I can't bear the magnitude of responsibility of returning back to the game to see all my hard work wasted. Similar to like an Animal Crossing where you have to pick out weeds, I too will have all the chests respawn on the entire map all over again, and it makes me very scared to ever come back to the game ever since my most loyal content creator told me that chests do in fact respawn, and it just feels like a huge responsibility to ever return back to the game. But hopefully this video is able to help you out and you are able to successfully pick Qiqi on your selector. However, if you are a buffoon and you are not picking Qiqi as your standard character selector, please tell me why you are not picking them in the comments below. Until then, I will see you next time. Take care.